The training deck fell silent as Cadet Maya Chen stepped into the combat simulation chamber. Around her, the assembled alien cadets from across the Galactic Defense Academy watched with barely concealed disdain. The Craxians towered at nearly 3 meters tall, their chitinous exoskeletons gleaming under the harsh lights. The Veltar delegates flexed their 4 muscular arms, each capable of crushing steel. Even the diminutive Zephyrians, barely a meter high, radiated an aura of deadly precision with their razor-sharp claws. "Another soft human," hissed Vexthok, the lead Craxian warrior, his mandibles clicking in what passed for laughter among his species. "Tell me, little fleshbag, do your kind even possess natural weapons? Or do you rely entirely on your primitive tools?" Maya's response was immediate and disarming, a bright, genuine smile that seemed to light up her entire face. The alien cadets exchanged confused glances. Fear, they understood. Anger, aggression, even desperate bravado. These were emotions they could work with. But this serene confidence? This was unsettling. "Natural weapons," Maya mused aloud, her voice carrying a musical quality that somehow made the aliens lean forward despite themselves. "I suppose you could say that." She gestured to her modest 5'4" frame. "Though I'll admit we humans aren't much to look at compared to you magnificent beings." The compliment caught them off guard. Vexthok's mandibles stopped clicking. "The simulation parameters are simple," announced Instructor Zalteth, a grizzled veteran whose species had seen the rise and fall of dozen civilizations. "Capture the flag, full contact, no permanent damage protocols engaged." His 6 eyes fixed on Maya with what might have been pity. "Cadet Chen, you may withdraw if you feel—" "Oh, I'm exactly where I need to be," Maya interrupted gently, still smiling. She began stretching, her movements fluid and economical. "Though I should probably mention something about human physiology that might be relevant." "Enlighten us," sneered Krathel, a Veltar whose 4 arms could bench press a small spacecraft. "Well," Maya said, touching her toes with casual flexibility, "most species evolve on worlds where they're either predator or prey, right? Specialists. You Craxians are magnificent ambush hunters. The Veltar are incredible powerhouse predators. Zephyrians are perfect pursuit killers." She straightened, rolling her shoulders. "But Earth was different. Humans aren't the strongest, fastest, or most naturally armed species on our planet. We weren't apex predators." Her smile widened. "We were persistence hunters." The aliens looked puzzled. "See, we have this thing called endothermic regulation. We can control our body temperature, and we have this weird ability to shed heat through our skin. Most predators on Earth could outrun us in a sprint, but over long distances?" She jogged in place, her breathing steady and controlled. "We just keep coming. We run our prey to death. Literally. We chase them until their hearts explode from exhaustion." Vexthok shifted uncomfortably. "What does this have to do with—" "Oh, and there's the adrenaline thing," Maya continued conversationally. "When we're threatened, our bodies flood with chemicals that let us ignore pain, increase our strength, and sharpen our focus. Some humans have lifted cars off trapped family members. Others have run miles on broken bones without noticing." The simulation began with a sharp tone. The flag materialized at the center of a maze-like obstacle course, filled with barriers, pitfalls, and weapon caches. What happened next would be discussed in Academy tactical courses for decades to come. The alien cadets charged forward with overwhelming force, exactly as Maya had expected. Vexthok's chitinous legs carried him in great bounding leaps. The Veltar cadets used their superior strength to smash through barriers. The Zephyrians darted through gaps with impossible agility. Maya simply ran. Not fast, not slow. Just steady, efficient, economical. While the others expended massive amounts of energy and dramatic displays of power, she maintained a pace that seemed almost casual. When Vexthok cornered her in a narrow passage, confident in his size advantage, Maya did something that shattered his worldview. Instead of fleeing or cowering, she smiled again and stepped forward into his reach. The Craxian's powerful arm swept down and struck empty air. Maya had simply moved minimal effort, maximum efficiency. She wasn't stronger or faster than Vexthok, but she was smarter. She had studied his species, learned their movement patterns, identified their limitations. As he overextended, she tapped a pressure point behind his exoskeleton joint, a technique that would barely bruise a human, but triggered a pain response in Craxian anatomy that sent him crashing to his knees. "Thanks for the opening," she said cheerfully, patting his shoulder as she jogged past. The pattern repeated throughout the maze. Krathel's forearms found only air as Maya seemed to anticipate his every move, flowing around his attacks like water. The Zephyrians discovered that their superior speed meant nothing when Maya predicted their routes and was simply already where she needed to be. But it was the endurance that broke them. One by one, the alien cadets began to slow. Their spectacular initial displays of power had cost them dearly. Hearts raced, breathing became labored, movements grew sluggish. Maya just kept running, steady, relentless, inevitable. She reached the flag as the last Zephyrian collapsed from exhaustion, having pushed his metabolism beyond its limits in trying to match her pace. In the observation deck, senior instructors from a dozen species watched in stunned silence as the small human female jogged back with the flag, not even breathing hard. "Remarkable," whispered Commander Thexara, a being whose species had conquered 3 star systems through pure military might. "I've never seen anything like it." Maya stopped in front of the exhausted alien cadets, still wearing that same bright smile. "You know what the scariest thing about humans is?" she asked conversationally. "It's not that we're particularly strong or fast or dangerous. It's that once we decide we want something, really want it, we just don't stop. We can't stop. We'll chase you across continents, across star systems, across the galaxy if necessary." She knelt down beside Vexthok, who was still struggling, to understand how he'd been defeated by someone a third his size. "But here's the thing that makes us truly terrifying to our enemies," she said softly, her smile never wavering. "We're also the only species in known space that will risk everything to save someone who can't save themselves. We'll adopt your orphans, learn your languages, and die to protect worlds we've never seen." She stood, offering her hand to help him up. "So when you meet humans in the field, you need to ask yourself one question. Are we hunting you? Or are we trying to save you?" Vexithok stared at the offered hand, then slowly reached out and grasped it. As Maya helped him to his feet with surprising strength, he finally understood what made humans so dangerous. It wasn't their weapons, their technology, or their individual capabilities. It was their absolute, unshakable certainty that they could achieve the impossible, and their terrifying habit of being right.